Kristen, LemMon. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while. I got a few people who DM'd me and asked me what the easiest plants are to take care of and how to take care of them. So I thought that I'd put together a little video of the plants that I have and how I take care of them and what works for me. And hopefully give you some helpful tips. Plants are just like a really great way to fill space and bring life to your home. Like, I don't have tons of decorations, so just putting a plant in a corner, it just brings so much life into that corner, and I love like the greenery against our white walls and everything. I just think it's so beautiful. So here are the plants that I have found really easy to care for, starting with a pothos plant. So that's spelled P-A-T-H-O-S. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but these are so easy because here's one example of a pothos. Is they get all like overgrown, and if you put them on a shelf they'll grow all the way down to the floor. And this one's actually just in a mason jar full of water. So all you have to do for this one is maybe drain the water out every few weeks, keep it filled to the top, and that's about it. So one thing about this is you can't really leave it in direct sunlight because the water and the roots kind of rot. So just near a window is fine, and making sure to clean it out and give it fresh water. So this is another example of that plant. It's ginormous. This is a pothos as well, or pothos. This one is sitting on my TV console, so it's getting the light from this window behind me and that window right there all day. This one is just thriving. I got it from a shop called Cursive, and it's right here local to me. This one I just water once a week. I give it just a solid amount all the way across the entire surface of the dirt so that every area is moist. And that's all that I do for this one. Every so often a few yellow leaves will pop up. You just take off the yellow leaves, which is totally normal, and it's just thriving. This one is so easy to take care of. Okay, I'm gonna put this down now. Okay, so the next plant that I have that I love these ones. They're called rubber trees, and I have two different variations of these as well. So this is one rubber tree, and I just think this color is so beautiful. These, if you put them in a big pot, they grow so big, like taller than me. And these ones are really easy to care for. I have it in its original pot with drainage holes at the bottom. So this one I just put it in the bathtub, and then I just soak it through, the water drains out, and I put it back in this little pot. So easy. I have it in direct sunlight all day, and it's loved that. These thrive outdoors as well too. Most of these are indoor plants, so all the ones I talk about are in my house. So another variation of rubber trees is right here. I just love this one because it looks like watercolor almost. Same thing, this is it's in bright indirect sunlight, some direct sunlight. Same thing, water, I cover the entire surface of the dirt. With this one, since there are no holes to drain, I have an inch of pebbles at the bottom so that the water can drain all the way through to the bottom and evaporate from there, so that the roots aren't getting soggy in the water that's sitting. Okay, so I love this plant. This is called a snake plant, or sometimes it's known as the mother-in-law tongue. I like snake plant better, but this one's really easy to care for. This plant right here, this exact one, loves like bright sunlight. Some will survive in lower light, but I just keep the windows open all day. Like, first thing I do when I walk down in the morning is just open all the blinds. This one, you don't have to water every week. It's every other week, but I do it once a week, and I just do a smaller amount because at the same time when I'm doing all the other ones, I just don't want to forget about this guy. So really easy to care for. I would recommend this is like so easy to care for, and these are really good at like cleaning the air and producing a lot of oxygen, and it's one of the best for that purpose of cleaning the air. Okay, the next one that I have is kind of big. I don't know if I can pick it up, but it's right here, and it's a Fiddle Leaf Fig. I have to show it. This one's huge. Okay, so this is what the leaves look like. You've probably seen these on Pinterest. It's ginormous. These grow, I've seen these down in Laguna Beach, like as big as a house. But that's like, it thrives in tropical environments. So for this one, same thing, I water once a week, solid coverage of the dirt, that everything is covered in water. With this one, I actually clean the leaves pretty often so that there's no dirt sitting on them so that they can absorb the most sunlight. With these as well, that is in a pot that drains, but if it's not, you absolutely need the rocks at the bottom. I've found that the roots, when they're up closer to the surface of the dirt, it thrives. So yeah, that's it for the Fiddle Leaf Fig, if I can remember anything else. So the placement that I have for this is it's in a corner, no direct sunlight. Like these do not like direct sunlight, but really bright indirect sunlight is what they thrive on that I've found. Actually, I have two of these. One was given to me by my friend right at the beginning of my interest in plants, and I absolutely mutilated it, but I brought it back to life and now it's thriving and it's really tall. Okay, so this is a fern. I have killed two of these at the very beginning of my interest in plants. These are so finicky. This was given to me as a gift by that same friend that gave me the fern. The fiddle leaf. These are like so finicky, but I've been able to keep this one alive. So what has worked for this one versus what killed the other one? So right here I have it in a pot that drains, but I have water sitting at the bottom so I can absorb from the bottom up. And I'll spritz it with a spray bottle at times. And then this has been sitting right here, so it is getting both of these windows sunlight. But man, these are hard. If you're like just starting out, I would not recommend a fern. Okay, so the last and I think like the easiest and the cheapest is aloe vera, and you can, if you see these like out on the street, I mean don't get a lot, but I got this from my father-in-law. It was a little tiny sprout growing off of a huge, they just grow like weeds. So I just broke it off and put it in here and it has grown so massive. You only have to water this like, you could literally water I think like once a month. I do a little bit of water once a week just because I get it at the same time. But really low maintenance. It likes this spot, it's like right here, so it's getting both these windows. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that helped in some way, and that was a lot of information at once. My number one recommendation for new plant owners would be a pothos, and these are really inexpensive. You can get them at Home Depot, and just try it out and see how it goes. I recommend watering once a week. And just finding a set day that works for you, whether it be like a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, that you just go water all your plants at the same time, dust off the leaves, and I mean it's really not that much work. Like I think anyone could do it. I think the more that you have, the more that you'll think about it. Like if I just had one in the corner, I'd probably forget. But the more that you have, the more that you'll think about them, and just know that it's really good for your home, and it's really good for the air quality. And they're just beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for watching.